You're my Lodi.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're my Lodi.
Oh, see, we're Lodies.
Lodies.
We're each other's Lodies.
Good morning, everyone. We just arrived here at the Four Seasons Hotel, and this is where the one-on-one interview for Black Panther is happening. I'm gonna get to interview the director Ryan Coogler, Chadwick Boseman, who is King T'Challa, Lupita Nyong'o, and Michael B. Jordan. Hopefully I don't get so nervous, but okay, game. First of all, you did an amazing job in the movie.
Thank you.
Your character embodies a very strong woman. Is there any way you could relate to your character?
Yeah, I mean, I relate to Nakia's fierce, independent spirit. She's a lone wolf, so that means she wants to do things her way, but she's also quite loyal to her people and wants to make them proud. I relate to that tension as well. Nakia is definitely more of a badass than I am, you know. She can take a few more people out at once than I can, but so I'm learning from her for sure.
If there's one thing you want people to take out from this movie, what message or idea would it be?
Well, I hope this movie is the start of a very, very healthy, rigorous conversation about who are we and who are our people. You know, I think that's a debate that the characters in the film have, and I think it's a debate that's happening in the world right now. You know, what do borders mean? And what does it mean to be a citizen of a country? What does it mean to be a citizen of the world?
So pretty much it raises awareness.
Yeah, I think so. And it's a very robust conversation that's being had, argument that's being had in the film. And I think this film has such an empathetic villain. And that's really such a refreshing thing where, you know, you meet Killmonger and you're like, oh, I agree with him, you know? Yeah. I think that will spark interesting dialogue and debate.
We saw your character had a pretty unique relationship with King T'Challa.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice on relationships in real life?
Oh!
Since it's Valentine's.
I know. Do you have any advice? I think mainly it's to find joy in your own life, and then that way it's easier to like compliment or support the joy in someone else's.
Next, which was your favorite outfit in the movie?
Oh, that's a good question. My favorite outfit. You know, the thing you never really think about when you watch movies is where the microphone is. You know, where the microphone is. So a lot of my relationship with the outfit is where the microphone was. I'd say the most comfortable microphone situation was in the CIA black site in South Korea. Yeah. So it's like these green jeans and a jacket. Yeah, I felt really cool and like these high boots. It was very slick. It's too bad I wasn't in it for very many days.
But you had a lot of amazing outfits. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Thank you. That's Ruth Carter, the costume designer. And one thing you may or may not recognize is that the color that the characters wear is linked to their tribe. So Nakia is part of the river tribe, and so the river tribe color is green. So you see Nakia in all sorts of different shades of green as the movie goes on.
That's very nice.
And then there's the merchant tribe and the royal family. They're purple, and the border tribe is blue, and you know, so there's that kind of subtle laws of the world that have been established.
That's very interesting. Do you have a special message to all your Filipino fans?
Oh, well, my message would be, first of all, I'm very happy to have you as fans. And I can't wait for you to see this film. This film, we made it with a lot of love, and I hope you receive it as enthusiastically as I'm told you receive me.
I'm Alodia. I'm a cosplayer and gamer from the Philippines.
Oh, wow, okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. First of all, congratulations on the amazing movie.
Salamat.
Salamat. The designs of every element in the movie is quite unique. Can you take us on your thought process on conceptualizing this?
We went about it a few different ways. You know, Marvel Studios, they own all of these properties. And they have, you know, Kevin Feige has designed the company in a great way where he has executives assigned to certain ones. So for us, it was a man named Nate Moore. Who was already thinking about this project and kind of, you know, thinking about ways in and ways that'll work for the MCU. So when I came on board, I kind of like, you know, took in what they were thinking, and it was my job to you know, bring my own perspective and really flesh it out. I was able to hire Hannah Beekler, who was a production designer who I worked with for my last couple films, and she was just amazing. And you know, Hannah and I kind of got to work in terms of doing research to flesh out, you know, what Wakanda would look like, you know, what the country would be like. And for us, we had to figure out that we had to start basically from square one, you know, kind of like from the dawn of man, and take it from there to develop, you know, how the city developed and what the relationships were between the tribes, you know, what their history was. It was a really exciting process, you know, as more people came on board. Our costume designer, Ruth Carter, our visual effects supervisor, Jeff Bauman, you know, folks came on board and were able to really add to that vision and really, you know, flesh it out and kick ideas back and forth. That was really the process there, though.
Is there like a certain thing that differentiates it from other MCU movies?
You know, the circumstances, I think, make it different. The cultural specificity, I would say. The fact that we're dealing with an African nation, that we're pulling from, you know, true, real cultures from the continent of Africa. You know, the element of Afrofuturism.
Yeah, it's very refreshing.
Yeah, it's an amazing element that we were able to infuse into it. That's you know, no other MCU films have that.
Yeah, like even the lab, everything, every gadget is like, oh, I want to have that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's great that you mentioned that is you know, Marvel. What I found is great because I love toys. You know, I love pop culture. And I love consuming films. You know, in ways that aren't just watching a movie. You know, whether it's costumes, whether it's toys, whether it's concept art, you know, fan art. You know, I love all that stuff. And what's great about Marvel Studios is everybody there loves that too. You know, from Kevin Feige all the way down, they actually love the culture around filmmaking. I think that's why they care about it so much. So it was great working there. We would come up with ideas for stuff, you know, for sure, because it was on character. We said, man, wouldn't that look cool as a toy? You know what I mean? So we would do it actually because we love toys so much. You know, and it's not even on a business sense. It's on a pure passion sense that we would kind of, you know, go back to it from there.
Yesterday we learned that your wife Zinzi is half Filipino. Do you know any other Filipino words?
Oh man, I know Salamat because her mom and her grandmother, who are both from Davao City, they always feed me. You know what I mean? So nice. I know Salamat and I know food.
What's your favorite Filipino food?
My favorite is probably biko. It's like a you know, like a sweet rice dessert that her mom and her grandma make for me. Yeah, but I love chicken adobo too. I love pancit as well. Can
you greet your Filipino fans?
Hey, what's going on, everybody in the Philippines? Can't wait for you guys to see our film that we've been working on. It means the world to us. We hope you guys will find a little bit that you guys can enjoy for yourselves in the film, and also be taking on a wild ride that we kind of designed. You know, and thank you so much. Salamat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Chadwick. You were amazing in the movie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How does it feel being a king?
Right now it feels good. Right now it feels good, but there's a lot of they say heavy is the head that wears the crown. So sometimes it feels like that. Yeah. Responsibilities. You know, not just in a role, but also in, you know, in doing and creating this project. So, you know, it's not always good to be king.
Okay. What was your favorite part in being Black Panther?
You know, it changes from day to day because I reflect on what we did, and I reflect on you know, what the movie has become. But I think the greatest thing was just interacting with this cast. It's an amazing cast: Letitia, Denai, Michael, Lupita, Angela, like down the line, Forrest, Martin, Andy Serkis, Daniel. They're all just fun people to work with and be around, and they're very, very serious about their work. And I think their commitment matches what we all had to have for this movie. So my favorite part was just them every day. Yeah.
That's amazing. If there's one thing you want people to take out from this movie, what idea would it be?
One idea. Jesus, one idea?
Or maybe just a message.
This big movie, I think people get what they bring to it.
Everyone has his or her own interpretation.
They have their own interpretation. I think it would be wrong for me to especially this movie, because it exists inside of, you know, there's an African-American conversation that's happening. There's a very, very specific cultural identity that we were trying to reach for, a world we were trying to create. And I think people identify with things that are detailed, and they become universal when they're detailed. So you're gonna bring what you bring to it. You know, I don't want to tell you what the message is.
All right, thank you. Do you have any special message to your Filipino fans?
my message is just enjoy the movie. And this was a labor of love, and thank you for everything that you brought to this experience, because your culture is also in this movie.
Right. Thank you. Hi, Michael.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm Alodia.
Alodia?
Yes.
Nice name.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
First of all, you did a wonderful job playing the villain, Killmonger, in the movie. But do you prefer being the good guy or the bad guy?
I think they both have their benefits, but you know, my first time playing a bad guy, I'm gonna have to say the bad guy. It's less boundaries. You know, sometimes the good guy has to be morally correct and making the right decision, and you know, not upsetting too many people. You know, when you're the antagonist, you don't have to care as much. You kind of say and do whatever you feel because you know you don't really care. So that's fun.
All right. Do you have any tips with being a villain?
Tips? Just you know, make choices and stand behind them. You know, you know, believe everything that you're saying and you're doing, and have a method to your madness, and I think it'll come through.
What preparation did you have to do for your role?
Preparation. I spent a lot of time by myself. You know, Eric's a very lonely person. He didn't have any family growing up. He's a lot of pain, pretty sad guy. So, you know, besides training, a lot of fight training, weapons training, between that and just kind of just mentally preparing. I write journals for all my characters, so it's from his earliest memory as a child all the way up until the first page of the script. So I kind of use it as a template to kind of always know where I'm coming from, and I think that's super important when you're playing a character.
All right. the scars on your body. How was that? Like, how long did it take to make?
It's a pretty crazy process. They had these kind of pre-made sheets, and they had, you know, like maybe 40 of them.
So it's a panel, not one by one.
But they do one by one also. So like some of the panels are for like the bigger areas, and then the intricate little smaller spaces they have to put them on one by one. So it's about 3 hours to put them on and about 2 hours to take them off. So it's an extra like 5 hours a day to kind of.
How many days did you have those?
I couldn't even tell you. We shot that movie for
So you had it all the time?
Most of the time. Even when I have you know, my suits on and stuff, I still have pieces, you know, of them on, or if not the whole thing. I like to feel it. You know, it just kind of helps me, you know, stay in character.
That's amazing. If there's one thing you want people to take out from this movie, what would it be?
We're saying a lot, so it's one thing. I think to be open-minded to conversations of things that are different. You know, I think everybody has a different perspective in this movie. People fighting tradition, you know, new ways of thinking, outsiders looking in, how a country should be ran, how it shouldn't be. So I think if you open up a dialogue of communication, of understanding something that you think is different, I think it'll give you a better perspective of what's what. And I think that's a big takeaway for our film is communication.
Cool. And finally, can you greet your Filipino fans?
Yeah, what's up? What you want me to say?
Just say hello to, or if you.
How you say it in
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay?
Yeah, mabuhay.
Mabuhay Filipino fans. Yeah.
Finally, can I get you on my vlog as well? I'm just gonna teach you.
That's cool with me.
So I'm gonna teach you a couple of Filipino slang words.
There it is.
Alright.
You gotta tell me what I'm saying before I say it though.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I gotta say it first? Okay.
Okay.
No, you gotta keep that one.
All right.
You're my Lodi.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're my Lodi.
Oh, see, we're Lodies.
Lodis.
We're each other's Lodies.
Astig.
Astig. Pretty cool.
Thank you very
No
much.
problem. All good.
Thank you.
No problem.